Hey guys, Derek here. I'm here to offer faith and logic-based encouragement in your path to finding your created value. So this video could be a series, and I'm sure I'll talk about it more over time, but it's about how following the gospel, following the kingdom of God helps you in your life to just live a better life. And I'm going to use logic. So I don't know about you guys, but I want beauty in my life. I want to see beauty everywhere. And the more that I've learned through God's teaching me, the more that I've learned to take away all those lenses of discrimination of people based on their looks, based on how they dress, based on whether I perceive that they are smart or whether I perceive that they have money or anything, their skin color, whatever. The more I take those away and see people for how God sees me, to see the beauty in them, the more my life becomes beautiful because I'm surrounded by beauty, because I see God in everybody. And when I'm looking at somebody and I'm talking to them and I'm looking in their eyes, when you see the best in people, it's like you focus on, subconsciously, you focus on their positive features and you see like the good stuff that they do, subconsciously, or just like you see the value of what they say. And so when I see people and I talk to them and I'm seeing the beauty in them, no matter what they are, who they are, I see the image of God in everybody. And my life becomes so much more beautiful, and I have more positive thoughts, and I think like, oh, that person is so good at this, or this person is so interesting, or this person is so cute, or this person is so all this stuff. And it's just like positive thoughts about people. So this is just one example. When you look at someone in the eye, what do you see? Do you have negative thoughts or do you have positive thoughts? If you have negative thoughts about someone when you look at them in the eye, like I used to, my old filter was like, okay, I wasn't set free from a lustful sin of wanting something so much. I've experienced both sides of the spectrum. I've experienced living for myself, and that I've experienced living for the kingdom, and how living for the kingdom is so much freedom. If we're living for ourselves, when we see somebody and we look into their eyes, our eyes, our heart's motive, for example, is about money. If we are all about money, we woke up in the morning because we want to get more money. And we see a person, we talk to them, we're going to have a filter and we're going to judge them based on the money, right? Maybe their fashion, what they're wearing. We could also have like an image about what rich people look like, what people that are not rich look like. Maybe their skin color shows how rich they are, for example. And when we're living for money, and I notice this a lot in countries that I've lived in where money is a problem more, or at least it's perceived as a problem. Like every country seems to have their own problem in a way, like something that they're living for that they feel that they don't have. So in Asia, like especially Southeast Asia, it's about money, right? And so when you see somebody and you look at them, your filter, that is your motive in life, which is not love, it is money. Your filter sees them and it judges them. And then I noticed myself that when I had that filter, it wasn't about money, it was about other things. But like, yeah, when I was in high school, for example, I had the filter of like, I needed to be cool. And when I would see somebody, and I think a lot of people in American high schools did this too. I don't know about you, but I did in my high school. Maybe more like middle school is more like this. But like we would see somebody, we would look them over, we would have an image of what is cool. It's an ever-changing image, right? It's an elusive image. And what is not cool. And the word cool, it became like this idol that everybody's trying to get. Like as a teenager, it's like being cool means being accepted, being desirable for the opposite sex, having everything, and like all this stuff. And even the cool kids were at risk of like falling out of the coolness. I remember. And it's kind of funny actually in America, like this idea of cool and not cool is very harmful, and I think it's persisted up until the adulthood, where people are still in their mind like, oh, you were not cool in high school, or this person's cool or not cool. And it's like we still live with that. that thing that's been ingrained in us, because a lot of stuff that's ingrained in us as children stay with us throughout our lives. And so this is very harmful, because I remember myself, like, I used to discriminate on my friends, and I used to put people on different pedestals, like based on how successful they are being in life, based on how I measured their success. And it made me judge myself as well. You know, it's the more that you judge others, the more that you judge yourself. So when I'm seeing it through my lens, and my motive in life is something like money, this is how I see everybody. And this is how I determine whether I want to accept somebody or not. And then it determines on whether I judge myself. And it's not unconditional love, it is discrimination. And it's normalized, even though it's not natural, it's normalized today. And it's very painful, it's very lonely, it's very like, it doesn't feel good to talk to somebody and to have this presupposition of what is acceptable. So you talk to them and you're like, okay, are they meeting my standards of somebody who I want to talk to? And it's like, first of all, going through the analysis in your brain is tiresome. And then finding out that they don't meet your standard, it makes you also feel like tired when you're talking to them. It's like it's sucking energy out of you. Judging people, having a negative thought of judgment will take away your energy and make you tired to talk to people. And this is proven through research that when we have a negative thought, it's like it saps our energy away. When we learn to follow the kingdom and put love first, we learn how to love people in a way that when we see them, we don't see them through the discriminatory lens that we've grown up with, that we've learned through advertising and media and all this stuff. So this one was an unusually quick video. I could go on a series of these logic-based examples of how following the kingdom makes your life so much better. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions or anything, find my email, drop me an email, and I'd be happy to answer. I'd love to have people just send me an email about their life situation or like questions that they have, and maybe it's something that I dealt with, because I've dealt with a lot, you know, and that's why I'm confident to talk about stuff, and because I feel like, okay, I found the answer that has worked for me that I'm happy to share with others. All right, guys, have a good one.